breaking free from limiting beliefs starts with understanding you have limiting beliefs and then breaking it down from there. Okay. What is a belief? Well, a belief is a cluster of habitual thoughts that you've been thinking over a period of time. Or, as I like to say, beliefs are strong opinions that you build your reality on top of. So if you have strong opinions about different subjects and you start to notice that you're not experiencing what you would like to experience in relationship to that subject, then that is clear evidence that you have a limiting belief around that particular subject. Now, let me give you a prime example. Let's just say that you have a belief about money that says that money is, the root of all evil, or that money is scarce, or that it's hard to make money, or that you have to, have a degree to make money, or whatever it is that you're thinking about money. But then when you look at the tangible manifestation called your bank balance, and you see evidence of lack and limitation, and you would want to experience more abundance, then it's evident that you have a limiting belief. Here's the thing about beliefs, even when the belief is a limiting belief, we believe it to be the truth. I'll say that again. Even when a belief is a limiting belief, we believe it to be true. You wouldn't necessarily consciously choose to have a belief that produces results you don't want. But somewhere along the way, you started thinking a certain way about a particular subject and you never changed it. And over time, that belief or those clusters of thoughts hardened into a belief that you consciously and unconsciously use to navigate your life around that particular subject. So again, if you have a belief that says that money is the root of all evil and you don't want to be evil, well, it's no wonder why you don't have a lot of money. Or if you have a belief about the subject of money that insinuates that it's hard to make money or that money is scarce, and you look in your bank account and you don't see enough of it, well, that's clear evidence that you have a limiting belief. And it's also evidence that your belief shapes what you manifest in your physical reality. And it's always going to be that way. Your physical reality is a hard carbon copy of what you believe internally. So now that we got that underway, how do we remove limiting beliefs? You remove limiting beliefs by the same mechanism that caused you to have the limiting belief in the first place. You need to form a new cluster of thoughts, get very emotional about it, and then repeat those thoughts over and over again on a consistent basis until you start behaving in a way that's in harmony with those new clusters of thoughts. Because the way you got your thoughts or your beliefs that you currently have, which are limiting, are from habitual thinking. So you do the same thing with the new belief that you want to install. And it takes conscious effort. You got to consciously think differently about the subject of money. Think differently about the subject of love or of health or whatever it is that's important to you. You got to be willing to consciously think differently about it. And you're going to be triggered. And I'm going to tell you now, you're going to be triggered because the moment you start reshaping your thoughts about a particular subject, your central nervous system that's been wired with the limiting belief is going to start to raise all kind of hell. And a lot of people will allow that hell raising from the central nervous system to distract them from continuously doing the work over and over again. And that's what I'm here to tell you. You got to be willing to do the work over and over again, even when your central nervous system is raising hell, even when all things are falling apart in your current reality. Because think about it. When you start, if your beliefs shape your reality and you start to change your beliefs, then that means that your current reality should start to crumble. But a lot of people see that as evidence that they're doing something wrong. Even though they're living in a reality that they really don't love, when it starts to crumble, they think they're doing something wrong, and so they stop. When your world starts to crumble, that is evidence that you are changing who you are at your core. Because if you were not changing who you are at your core, my leg went to sleep. If you're not changing who you are at your core, then everything is going to stay the same. And if everything is staying the same, nothing is changing. And if nothing is changing, you're not going to get better results. The limits and beliefs are still going to rule your life every single day. Every single day. So it starts with forming a new cluster of thoughts, getting very emotional about it, and doing it repetitiously. Every single day, all day long, becoming aware of how you feel about different subjects, paying attention to your central nervous system when you think about a certain subject, and catching yourself in the present moment and saying, oh my goodness, I just had a negative thought about money. I need to go do the work really quickly to change that emotional response that I just got from my central nervous system. And what I'll do is, if I notice, if I'm rewiring my mind to have a new belief about any subject, I could be out in public or talking to someone, and I know if I'm triggered in some kind of way emotionally, I'll excuse myself. I'll go to the restroom and I'll sit there and rewire my brain to have a different response to the thing that just triggered me. You got to be on top of it, because again, nobody's going to change your life but you. And most people allow pain and, turmoil to change their life, but you don't have to allow pain to change your life or turmoil to change your life. You can start to change your life right now today, but you got to get real serious about it. You got to become conscious, and you got to work on yourself day and night. That's how you do it. That's how you overcome a limiting belief. That's how you rewire your mind for success in the area that you want to change. And if you really want to go to the next level, you could do this. Go to mindmastersociety.com. I'm going live inside the Mind Master Society every week, multiple times a week, because I want to be here to help you on your journey of personal transformation. If you want to create more magic in your life, I'm inviting you to be a part of my mastermind group. Go to mindmastersociety.com. If you're not ready for that yet, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you can be notified when I come out with another video. It's Robbie Cornelius, the Wizard.